There's a lot of growing that I've been doing. From the first Capcom Cup to the last one, I'm still growing. The road to being the best in the world is a long one, so bear with me. I still got a lot of growing to do, and I want to take you through a journey. Just give you a bit more insight of how I grew from the first Capcom Cup to the last Capcom Cup we did. I'm JabhiM, four-time Rep Hit the Streets champion, three-time Capcom Cup qualifier. In the first Capcom Cup, I was just excited to finally play at Capcom Cup. What a lot of people don't know, I was saving a lot of money to send myself to the Pro Tour. Just to at least say to myself, at least you tried. Making it through the online qualifiers, I was very proud of myself. I was really looking forward to representing my continent, representing my country, showing the world that I can dance with these people. Now, as much as they acknowledge that my fundamentals were there, I didn't win a game. Fast forward to the second Capcom Cup. Now, in the first one, I had a big issue of conditioning people, and I didn't understand the game to the fullest, as much as everybody did. I was still lacking in that, and I was lacking in a high level experience. With the second Capcom Cup, I was able to get the high level experience, and I was able to now understand the thought process of high level players. The only problem is playing those players, I couldn't utilize my strategy in the matchup. I could utilize the strategy in practice mode, in the practice room, but I couldn't utilize it in match because at the end of the day, I was still a bit nervous. I was still trying to know, really get my mind to say, this is just another day in the office. Now, and I want to talk about my match with Dual Kevin in the second Capcom Cup. I had a perfect strategy for the loop matchup. I just didn't utilize it, and I ended up losing that match. Against Trevor Styles, I had the perfect strategy for Chan Li, and I beat him, because I was able to utilize that strategy. Everybody else, for some odd reason, I had a mental block. Let's go to the third Capcom Cup. I did a lot of things different in this one. First off, I took that I want to represent my region, my continent. I took that pressure and I put it in the bin. The mindset of I just want to do good, I took that mindset and put it in the bin. I replaced that mindset completely with something new. I'm going for the bag. I'm going to win it. I said to myself, if you can't think like that, then you shouldn't be competing with the best. You shouldn't be trying to dance with the best. If your mindset is not there, you might as well stay home. So, what that did for me, I was walking with so much confidence in matchups. Now playing even walking to the stage, I just kept on looking around. I'm like, nah, I'm winning this. Regardless of what people be like, no, how can you think you're winning this? When you got other players, yeah, fuck that shit, man. I was saying, nigga, I'm winning this. Now, my preparations were very different this time. What I did, I took all those matchups, I watched gameplay footage and specifically tournament footage. I was looking for the many things that this character does against everybody that people don't counter. I'll give you an example. Rashid's jump out, when he does that EX move that gets him out of the corner. I was thinking to myself, how do I punish that? Spend so much time in the lab and then try to now lab that. Try to now lab how to stop Rashid from jumping out. Okay, in neutral, how reliable is drive impact against his fireballs? Oh, it's pretty good. Can Rashid ego spike my fireballs from certain range? Which range specifically? I know he can, but now I'm like, now I need to know the ranges now. Man. because it's not really a matchup that I really focused on. But this time I'm like, okay, let me do this. When I was done doing that, I spent the whole day just playing that matchup, so that I can now refine my strategy. And I would play more than one guy who uses that character. The whole day just doing that. So I do that for the first 5, because I had like 4 characters. There was Ken, Rashid, Geef, and JP. So I did that for about 4 days, and then from there I just only started playing those characters. I played anyone as long as they played those characters. I wasn't playing any other character. The only problem was the Geef matchup, because we only have one Geef. So I came up with a strategy looking at how he plays. Yeah, just looking at how he plays and how he's trying to counter me. However, I didn't get the correct strategy until I was at Capcom Cup, now playing multiple Geefs. I played Vegi, I played Itazan. Now I started to understand the matchup a lot more. Oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do that. So Zangief Balado, I was not that confident going against him, because the Geef, obviously the Geef matchup, the strategy I only refined on the day, which is not good. The Ken matchup I refined very, very early, because there's multiple Kens in SA. So I refined the Ken matchup very early, which is what you see with Tokido. I had a game plan set for the Ken players. Hannibal, I was supposed to 2-0 him, but however, I just made some silly mistakes, but I'm happy that because I took out that mentality of I want to represent, I was able to counter, well, not necessarily counter, but I was able to calm myself down from when he started shimming me and getting the crucial and he started getting the crucial punishes, and he started getting the crucial throw baits. From there, I was so happy with myself that I stopped taking. He tried doing it, I was like, no, now I'm too experienced. There's no way you're going to do this again on me. And this is the first of 2, guys. So for me to do that, I was very proud of myself. Second match, Dual Kevin. I had a good strategy. I was playing the neutral pretty well. I was playing very well. I just made, the one thing that killed me was the incorrect input, where I did stand heavy kick to try and whiff punish him, and then crack shoot came out and he perfect parry threw me in the corner. Also in that matchup, I also didn't, there's certain things I didn't do and that I was labbing, like labbing how to defend against a tornado. I knew he was going to go for the overhead, but for some odd reason, your boy JabhiM doesn't think about the tornado, tries to parry, doesn't think about the overhead, tries to parry the tornado first, and the tornado got me, the overhead got me punish counter. However, I'm still proud of how I played though. I think I played pretty well. As I said, Zangief Balado, I had a good strategy, but it wasn't refined. Kakru's JP, the thing about JP, I still don't have a good strategy against that character. It's like whoever gets the momentum first wins. So now, because I was just in the practice room, you're not going to change characters. In the practice room, you're only going to refine your strategy, you see. Now, funny enough, I do well in that matchup with Chun-Li. I don't know why, but I do pretty well with Chun-Li. I don't do as good with Terry, which is something I'm going to be working on. I've got a lot of time now. However, in this Capcom Cup, as I said, this is the first Capcom Cup where after the Capcom Cup, I feel I've got something with Terry. I'm just going to refine my character. I'm just going to work on him more. This is what I always wanted after a big tournament, to look at my decisions and say, I made this error, I'll work on here. And that's what I like about my performance. It wasn't to the point where I was just like, man, maybe I should change characters, I might do better. But anywho, guys, hope you enjoyed that. After a big tournament, I do like doing some roundups, just explain my thought process, just explain how everything, like how I was thinking about everything and planning everything. But yeah, guys, much appreciated for tuning in. Catch me next time.